What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So, full suspension mountain bikes. Obviously, the positives of an e-bike, an e-mountain bike, are you can climb to the top of the mountain with very little effort and then bomb down. And you can get a whole lot more riding in than you can on just a regular mountain bike. So I was interested to learn a little bit more about these full suspension mountain bikes, and I wanted to see what kind of budget options there are out there. So budget, I'm talking about bikes under $5,000. So in my opinion, these are the 5 best full suspension mountain bikes under $5,000. So let's get into it. The first bike on the list comes from Trek, and that is the Trek Powerfly FS4, coming in at $4,600. This bike has an aluminum frame with an SR Suntour XCR34 front shock that has 100 millimeters of travel on the extra small and small sizes, and 120 millimeters of travel on the medium, large, and XL sizes. For the rear shock, it comes with an SR Suntour Edge R. For the drivetrain, you get Shimano Dior 1x10, and for the brakes, Tektro hydraulic disc. The extra small and small sizes come with 27.5 wheels, and the medium and up come with 29er wheels. The bike also comes with a Trans X dropper post. This bike uses a Bosch PowerTube 500 watt battery that is powered by a Bosch Performance CX 250 watt motor that will assist up to 20 miles per hour. The second bike on the list comes from Cannondale, and that is the Cannondale, and I do my best when I'm pronouncing these bikes. It's the Cannondale Matero Neo 5, coming in at $4,500. This bike is an aluminum frame 29er with an SR Suntour XCR LO Boost 29 front shock with 140 millimeters of travel. For the rear shock, this bike comes with an X Fusion O2 Pro RL. For the drivetrain, you get a Shimano Dior 1x10, and for the brakes, Shimano MT200 hydraulic disc brakes. This bike also comes with a Trans X dropper. For the motor, the bike uses a Shimano Steps E7250 watt motor. The next bike on the list comes from Marin, and as I started to research this bike more, I got really excited because, first of all, the thing looks super badass, but it's a little bit unique compared to the other bikes on the list. This bike is the Marin Alpine Trail E1. As for looks, this is the best looking bike on this list in my opinion. The bike has an aluminum frame with a RockShox Gold RL29 fork with 160 millimeters of travel. And for the rear shock, you get a RockShox Super Deluxe coil. Like the first two bikes on this list, this bike also comes with a Trans X dropper. Another thing this bike has, which you don't see a lot of, is that it comes stock with a 29er wheel wrapped with a 2.5 Maxxis Assegai tire on the front, and on the back, a 27.5 wheel wrapped in a Maxxis Mini DHR 2.8 tire. For the drivetrain, you get Shimano Dior 1x10, and stopping the bike is Shimano MT420 hydro disc brakes. This bike is powered by a Shimano Steps E7250 watt motor. And so a few things about that bike that are different than the other bikes in this list is, one, it has the coil shock, which I think those things look super cool, and the fact that it's a mullet. You get a 29er up front for climbing over all the rocks and obstacles and whatnot, and then on the back, you get a 2.8 with a 27.5 tire. So a pretty unique bike. I think it's pretty cool that Marin did something a little bit different. The next bike on the list comes from Giant, and that's the Giant Stance E1 Plus, coming in at $4,550. This is an aluminum frame 29er with a RockShox Recon Silver RL front shock that has 130 millimeters of travel and a RockShox Monarch RT rear shock. It has a Giant contact switch dropper post, and for the drivetrain, you get a SRAM SX Eagle 1x12. For the brakes, it comes with Shimano MT420 hydro disc brakes. The bike is powered by a Giant Sync Drive Sport Yamaha motor that will assist you up to 20 miles per hour. And last but not least on the list is the YT Decoy CF Base 29er, coming in at $4,400. Now, I was hesitant to put YT on this list because it seems like the bikes are never in stock, and when they are in stock, they sell out super fast. But I was interested to see what YT had to offer in the world of mountain bikes, because YT bikes, they are a great value, and if you can get your hands on one, they're usually a steal. Unlike the previous 4 bikes on this list, this bike comes with a carbon frame and aluminum rear triangle and has that distinctive look of a YT. This is a 29er that comes with a RockShox Yari RC fork with 150 millimeters of travel and a RockShox Deluxe rear shock. For the drivetrain, you get a 1x12 Shimano SLX, and for brakes, it comes with SRAM Code R. For the dropper, you get a YT Postman. Powering the bike is a Shimano Steps E8000 motor with 250 watts of power, and for the battery, YT uses their custom YT custom battery. Some things that stick out to me about this bike is that it looks badass like all YT bikes, and I like how they tuck the power button under the top tube to protect it from dirt while also giving the frame a clean look. All right, guys, and there you have it. 5 full suspension mountain bikes under $5,000. I would consider these budget bikes because e-bikes are crazy expensive, and these are all really pretty good builds for under $5,000. I think you can't go wrong with any of them. I appreciate you watching the video. If you have not already subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button, like, share, comment, all that good stuff, and you guys have a good one.